What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. And before we get into today's video, I just want to say if you're a fan of those legends of the game, then I would definitely recommend subscribing to the channel because that's all I focus on. Also, guys, if this is content that you enjoy, I would greatly appreciate it if you'd posterize that like button. And also, guys, in the comment section below, let me know a legend you'd like to see me do a build on. And with that being said, let's get right into today's video. So, guys, I've been doing these what ifs for a while now. I've done several different videos, bias, and several others, and this is one of the biggest what ifs I feel like because Brandon Roy could have stayed healthy. I mean, he was just coming into his own when he kind of started getting injured, and he was showing signs of being a tremendous player. And I would have really liked to have seen him, how good he could have became had he been able to continue to grow and not had injury, issues. And it's just guys, and yeah, it's just the Trailblazers. They're really, they seem cursed in a way because they've had so many great players that have just they've not panned out because of injury. I mean, it starts way back with Bill Walton, who was a tremendous player and had so much potential, but just chronic foot injuries and leg injuries just kept him from seeking that, and completely fulfilling that capability. And then go forward not even a decade, and we're talking Sam Bowie, same thing, foot problems, leg problems, and it's just really unfortunate. And then if you look at the modern, the more modern NBA, more recently, I should say, you got Brandon Roy and Odin, which were two players that showed promise, and Roy was really showing, that he was going to be a star. And yeah, it happened again, right? And so I wanted to kind of focus on some of those players that kind of should have been a superstar, right? And were on their way to, I feel like, becoming a superstar, or had the potential to be a superstar, but because of injuries, well, it just didn't happen. And the Blazers are, like I said, that there's just so many players that, and I'm talking, Bill Walton, guys, he won an MVP. He brought the only ring to Portland. And had he not gotten injured, I feel like that they could have gotten more. He could have won more MVPs. Certainly could have brought more championships to the city. And, if you look at Bowie had the potential to be a legitimate star. Now, am I saying that he would have been as good as Akeem Olajuwon or Jordan, even Barkley maybe? No, I'm not saying that he would have been that good, as good as those guys. Not even, I don't even know if he would have been as good as Stockton, but he could have had that potential to, he had that potential, I should say, to be really good. Same way with Brandon Roy, guys. Brandon Roy could have been one of the greatest players in the league. I mean, his shooting ability was just unbelievable. So in this series, I'm going to do, those three players, we're starting, of course, with Brandon Roy because I feel like Brandon Roy had the most potential, right? He had the potential because he was showing it. He was putting up, over 20 points a night. He was, the leader of that squad along with Aldridge, and he was just going to be a really, really good player, and then injuries happen. So if you're someone that's younger and you may not have seen him play, go check out some of his highlights, guys. He's really, really good. So, guys, there's a couple ways you can go with this. If you wanted to go Hall of Fame shooting and Hall of Fame playmaking, you certainly could. And that would be perfectly fine. But because it's going to be 6'6", I'm just going to focus more on shooting as opposed to the playmaking because, well, you're gonna lose so much speed anyway. So it's not really, it's not really something that you should really have to focus on. But we're gonna max out our close shot, our driving layup, and our driving dunk. We're gonna max out our mid range. We're gonna max out our 3-point shot, and we're gonna max out our free throw. And we're just going to take this up just enough, just to 60, just to get that 25th shooting badge. And we're going to max out our pass accuracy and our ball handling. And then we're just going to take this up just a little bit, just to get that 19th playmaking badge. And then we're going to max out our perimeter defense, our lateral quickness, and our steal. Then we're going to go ahead and max out our rebounding, our defensive rebounding, and our offensive rebound. We'll just put this one on our block. Your body shape doesn't really matter. We'll just do defined. Of course, we're 6'6", 215. Now, here, guys, if you wanted to max this out to bring up dunking a little bit, or maybe your defense a little bit, you could. Because Brandon Roy, I mean, he could throw down. But the thing is, I don't want to take anything away from that shooting, right? So, I'm just going to leave it as it is. If you wanted to take it up the one little tick here, because it doesn't take away anything, it just gives you pluses. I mean, yeah, go for that. And then for your takeover, guys, it really depends on you. But I feel like for this, I would either do shot creator or spot up shooter. I just feel like he was so good off the dribble that, shot creator is the way to go with this. And again, you have built a sharp shooting facilitator, so it was very similar to the last build, that we did. Yeah, but, again, I feel like this is a really good Brandon Roy build. But it's kind of funny because we've built a sharpshooting facilitator on this one using the green and yellow, and then on the other one we used the green and the blue, and yet we still on both of them we came out with sharpshooting facilitators. So we'll just go ahead and we'll look at our badges, and then we'll get you guys out of here. I'll max this out now for the one finishing. I'm just going to do fearless finisher. For our shooting guys, we're going to go, of course, hot zone hunter, limitless spot up. Both of those, I feel like they're always going to be a must, especially if, you're going to be shooting a lot of threes. You definitely want that. Blinders is another good one. Deadeye is a good one. Just in case the defense is closing out on you, it doesn't really affect you all that much. Difficult shots is a good one. If you wanted to do circus threes, you could. I like not set shooter, but sniper. Well, I'll get it right here in a moment. I like sniper. I think that's a really, really good one. And we'll do catch and shoot with this one as well. We'll just put that on bronze. For this, we're going to do, of course, unpluckable. We're going to do space creator. Quick first step is a good one as well. Just to help you create a little bit more of that space. Quick chain's a good one. Handles for days, of course. You can do bullet passer or needle threader, whichever one you prefer, and we'll of course do bail out. Now you could also do tight handles, stop and go, one of those with this as well instead of maybe needle threader. But I always like having that aspect of passing in my builds, so I'm going to go with that. And then for our 6 defensive badges, guys, we're just going to do clamps. We're going to do hustler because he did seem to get a lot of second chance points, right? He really hustled after the ball. So we're going to do that. And then we'll an intimidator and interceptor on bronze as well. So there you have it, guys. I really feel like this is a good Brandon Roy build. Again, I mean, he was one of those players that I really felt like he had the potential to be really, really good. It's just unfortunate that injury is a part of the game, and it took that career away, and we never got to see him flourish into what he could have became. But yeah, if you've never seen him play, guys, go check out some of those highlights. He was, like I said, he was a really, really good player. And if you like this video, guys, I'd greatly appreciate it if you'd post that like button. this is content that you enjoy, I would recommend subscribing to the channel. And let me know in the comment section below, guys, the legend you'd like to see me do a build on. With that being said, have a wonderful day, night, evening, wherever you are. Have a good one.